Throwing to start the drive. Mayer. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Play action. Mayer. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The captain obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively. Incomplete pass.
He went down. It looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. On 3rd and long. Mayer. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. A solid stiff arm. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did? Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right? That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Dolphins at 7-3 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. I don't see Morgan trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, Mayer. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Here's 2nd and a yard. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out?
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point and good by Sanders. The lead goes to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Mayer. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. They go play action. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Mayfield off the play fake. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now here's Pollard. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half. And And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Pollard again. And he'll have the Dolphins' 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify. I said, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
first play of the drive. To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Operating from the gun, Mayer. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down. Mayer swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake. Mayer. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Off play action. Mayer. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Jeremy Chin there defensively.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mayfield keeps it himself, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st and 10, Mayer.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Going to run again here with Pollard. And for a 2nd straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This for all the marbles. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special, but to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half. That has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend...
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. You tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk.
Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. It's Tito, she is pack. Finna, guaranteed, move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason A, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't cough drop. Tell them hard for their health.
Al fin han encontrado el negrito con los colorados, el mejor desde Colombia a los estados. Para los que no piensan que yo soy mejor, tengo todo, tu rapero favorito paniqueado, ten cuidado. Estos raperos son mis hijos adoptados. Acuérdate quién hizo el sonido que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. This bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle. Black on both sides de Colombia, oye peep style. Como yo lo hago, ain't nobody finna do it now. Up to uptown, all the way down through the south. Ain't not yet, que pueda conmigo. Dios es mi testigo, I'm the one that shut it down. Just a light from a vision that I had in the dark. Tunnel vision on the bigger picture. The charts wanna play the game, but don't never play their part.
Better, petty don't matter. Far as that teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that, that might give you life advice. Get some money.